Mr. Speaker, continuing with today's calendar, the next category on page 12 of the printed version of the calendar, resolution uncontested calendar. House Joint Resolution 64 designates October 15th in 2018 and in each succeeding year as General Thaddeus Kosciuszko Day in Virginia. The the resolution was reported for the Committee on Rules.
The delegate from Culpeper, Delegate Freitas.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. HJ64, the purpose of which is to honor General Thaddeus Kosciuszko for his contributions in the fight for freedom, not just within his native country of Poland, but also within the United States. In June of 1776, General Thaddeus Kosciuszko came to the United States and served under General George Washington. In fact, if you read through the history, it's hard to imagine how certain critical victories, such as Saratoga, would have been possible without his engineering brilliance. But he didn't just fight in the United States. He went back to Poland, and he fought against oppression there as well. In fact, he was critical to the writing of their own constitution on May 3rd, 1791. He came back to the United States, and one of the other areas where I think he contributed a great deal was he was very good friends with Thomas Jefferson, and he always encouraged him, as an abolitionist, he encouraged him that we had an obligation within the United States to live up to the ideals which were enshrined in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Going so far as that he placed it in his will that when he passed away, that all of his estates in the United States were to be sold in order to free and educate slaves, and he made Thomas Jefferson the executor of that portion of his will. So, Mr. Speaker, as we take October 15th to recognize both this year and every year forward the contributions that General Thaddeus Kosciuszko made, not only to the United States, to the Poland, but really to the world and the cause of freedom, I would also like to recognize in the gallery that we have the honorary consul from the Republic of Poland, Robert Jaskiwiak, and his delegation.
Certainly want to welcome the members of the Polish delegation, and thank you so much for attending. Thank you, Delegate Freitas.
I also, Mr. Speaker, with that, I hope it will be the pleasure of the body to adopt this resolution to give this American and Polish hero the recognition he so richly deserves.
Shall the resolution be adopted? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 97, no 0.
Ayes 97, noes 0. The resolution is adopted.